get into this mess? We seem to be made to suffer. It's our lot in life.
Hey there, guys and gals. I am that 80s nostalgic toy guy. Welcome back to the collector's table.
Welcome back.
I've got a stack of Star Wars collectibles I've been waiting to be unboxed on the collector's table. And as I have unboxed my Thundercats and my Transformers and G.I. Joe and Masters of the Universe and all that stuff, that Star Wars pile, I heard some grumbling, some whining coming from that Star Wars pile.
Oh my. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. No, please don't get up.
And it was this protocol droid here from the world of Tatooine, who I found down there just complaining up a bunch that I was not unboxing enough Star Wars figures. So here I am today unboxing, you guessed it, Sideshow's 1/6 scale Star Wars C3PO figure here, designed in the likeness of that totally awesome protocol droid from 1977's the original Star Wars film.
I suppose you're programmed for etiquette and protocol.
Protocol? Why, it's my primary function, sir.
Though I am not a crazy, huge Star Wars fan, as the years and decades go by, I respect the films more and absolutely just have grown to adore the toy lines and definitely these 1/6 scale figures and stuff that Hot Toys and Sideshow Collectibles are creating these days in the likeness of those classic Star Wars figures and the Mandalorian television series. And also the Boba Fett series.
Speak freely.
And all the new ones that are coming out on Disney seemingly every other month for Star Wars characters. The like Origins television shows for all these awesome Star Wars characters that we all know and love. And when I first saw that 1977 Star Wars film, and I saw C3PO along with R2-D2, I was absolutely hooked. I may not have been that huge Star Wars, kid when I was younger, but man, these two, C3PO and R2-D2, I absolutely love those two.
You'll be malfunctioning within a day, you nearsighted scrap pile. And don't let me catch you following me.
I've loved those two droids since I first saw them all those years ago, and I'm so happy and excited to be unboxing the Star Wars 1/6 scale C3PO from Sideshow Collectibles. Now this thing right here is just, it's just C3PO, the 1/6 scale figure with just like little bitty small extras, like only a few. There's really not much extras to go over, so it's going to be a really quick unboxing and review. It's just to take this figure out, get it in my collection, and then you just kind of look over, what it looks like, because Sideshow Collectibles has touted that this C3PO figure, really looks like that 1977 C3PO, that we first saw him back in 1977. So before we get started here, go over this little bit of box art and then go over this figure. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And go ahead and hit that notification bell, that way we don't miss out on future Star Wars unboxings and videos. I thank you all very much for watching. I thank you all for everything you do to make my channel the success that it is. Without you, I'm just a dude playing with toys in front of a camera. And on most days, I'm okay with that, but I really enjoy having an audience.
Woo!
Star Wars fans, go ahead and leave me some comments in the comment section. Let's chit-chat about your and my favorite television shows, our movies, our animated series, and our toy lines. Let's talk about it all. Hit me up in the comments section. Let's get a little conversation going on. Thank you very much for that. Now let's move on to this box art here.
Just do it already.
So really all we need is that black and white of that Star Wars, logo and theme there. We got that. We got the Sideshow Collectibles logo. We got the C3PO logo. And we got, well, a picture of Mr. C3PO. Now on the top of that box art, we have that Star Wars logo there. On the sides here, we have just basically that black Star Wars stuff going on there. We do have a Star Wars logo on the top of this side box here with that C3PO logo as well. We got another cool little image there of Mr. C3PO. Just because I pulled C3PO out of my Star Wars pile to unbox doesn't mean the whimpering, the whining, and the complaining has stopped, because my ears are really finely tuned to my collectibles. And inside this box, I can hear him. I can hear him in there just talking. He wants to be out of this plastic, and I'm going to let him get out of the plastic if you promise not to complain, if you promise to just shut up.
The Empire may be gracious enough.
Thank you.
I have a lot of fun with my collectibles here, and I absolutely love the C3PO character in the Star Wars line of characters, line of toys, line of movies, line of TV shows, and line of animated series. I have a lot of C3PO figures, including the old stuff and newer stuff in my collection, and I cannot wait to add this 1/6 scale Sideshow Collectibles C3PO to that collection. So let's go ahead and get him out of the box. Alright, I really do like Sideshow Collectibles unboxings because they always throw in these extra little sleeves here, these cardboard sleeves. Before I move away from the box art, we see that there is some more awesome box artwork here that captures some of the body armor and the body of this protocol droid that is Mr. C3PO. It's all over this this box part here. That's really, really cool.
Cool.
Okay, here he is in all of his Star Wars C3PO glory. That 1/6 scale Sideshow Collectibles C3PO. He looks absolutely amazing. It's just awesome. I love holding this figure in my hand. Just like an amazing larger scale version of that little toy we used to play with when we were younger. That's back here over my left hand shoulder, inside of my Star Wars collection, inside of my Star Wars case. But there he is. He looks pretty darn cool. I really, really do love this figure right now. And as promised, I mean, he's not saying anything.
Yes, sir. You know where Commander Skywalker is? I haven't seen him.
So he is happy to be out of the box, and we're excited for C3PO because really, when he's happy, the rest of us are happy, including our ears. We get this really cool Sideshow Collectible stand, two pieces right here that snap together just like this. We pop that together, and this piece right here is what holds C3PO. We're going to get him on there here in a second. But on the bottom of this, we have that awesome Star Wars logo, just amazing artwork, and he stands there on that stand really, really nicely like that. Really nice, well balanced. So there's not much really to go over on C3PO, just his look and just these few little small accessories. So let's go ahead and go over his look, his articulation, those three little small accessories before I bid you adieu and send you on to that close-up video following this unboxing and review video. So all you really have to do is look at C3PO there to find out that, you know, Sideshow Collectibles really did a really cool and amazing job there with recreating that face and the way that looks. Of course, we only got the one head sculpt, so he really does look pretty good, and looks exactly like Mr. C3PO. All the other artwork and weathering on this figure and those wires and all the mechanical portions of this protocol droid here just look really amazing. We're going to spin you around there a little bit. You'll see that through his back side there on his sides. And on the front here, you know, all those wires and wire-like things there that look like, you know, like veins, the lifeblood of this C3PO figure. They got that on there. And just all that weathering and stuff that's up here and throughout the helmet, some on his back there. You can see some underneath here, underneath what looks like almost like his cheekbones, kind of. And all that is just kind of followed through there. We get all the way down there to that, you know, that bottom right leg there, that silver leg there of Mr. C3PO. They have that in there. They met that criteria there with giving that to us on this figure to look exactly like Mr. C3PO. We get here on the back, and you can also see all the pieces of that armor and the metal and everything that make up C3PO. They really did do pretty well on that. They got all these extra pieces here with the movement of this figure, which we're going to go over, you know, here very momentarily. And it's fallen all the way down this figure. Those pieces that hang off and have that hydraulic stuff and help with the moving and the mechanical motion of Mr. C3PO. So they did a really good job there of that.
Great job. Great job. Great job.
Now let's move on to the articulation. Of course, he's got that one head there, but it does move a lot there around the neck. There's nothing else that really moves on this face. I'm not going to really mess with that too much. There's also movement here at the shoulders there, but also up here at the top of the bicep type area. There's movement. There's 2 pieces of movement right there on the shoulders on both sides. So you can kind of move a little bit like that and like that. Now you get down here to these elbows. They have these mechanical pieces, these extra little pieces that help, you know, him stabilize this arm, upper and lower. It does have some movement. I'm not going to stress it, but it does have movement. It slides in and out of these grooves right here, those extra pieces. But it does have movement and articulation, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to break it. So it moves. You can kind of see it right there. I'm not going to break this piece right out of the box. Then he's got one set of hands, and those hands, they move and articulate there. He articulates at the chest and waist here. We move on down here to the legs. It articulates and moves there at the top part there. Also at the knee. Really cool articulation there. He is a droid here. He's not really articulating like, you know, really, really crazy full, but he does move there. And we get on down to the feet where we see side-to-side movement and up and down, front and back movement. So there's a lot of articulation on this C3PO Star Wars 1/6 scale figure by Sideshow Collectibles. It is a really, really cool figure. There is one more totally cool, totally awesome thing about this figure before we move on to the 3 little extra accessories. And that is the light up function on these eyes. So we have to pull from the neck here and pop that head off here, just like that. And we find that there is batteries already in this. This is totally awesome. They have the batteries in there with a little pull tab thing. I'm going to go ahead and pull that off, put this head back on here, and we're going to get this light up feature working for you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, tap. And there we go to complete this totally awesome look. All right, in my hands here, I have those 3 accessories that I've been talking about. We have 2 magnetic restraining bolts there that go on C3PO's chest, and then we have that Death Star communicator right there. We're going to go ahead and attach one of these restraining bolts to his chest area right there.
Take these 2 over to the garage, will you? I want them cleaned up for dinner.
But I was going into Toshi's station to pick up some power converters.
So this C3PO 1/6 scale figure by Sideshow Collectibles has over 40 points of articulation. Included in that articulation, and what I missed out on in the articulation part of this unboxing review video, are these fingers. Now these fingers, look at that, they all move right there. And they all have 2 or 3 joints per finger. We put those fingers up like that, the hand up like that. We take this Death Star communicator right there, and we can actually set that inside of his hand and kind of collapse those fingers right there around that Death Star communicator.
I said all systems have been alerted to your presence, sir. The main entrance seems to be the only way in or out.
And with those last points of articulation, that Death Star communicator, the restraining bolts, and that light up head feature there, those light up eyes, I'm going to bid you adieu. That is the 1/6 scale Sideshow Collectibles Star Wars C3PO figure right here that I'm holding in my hands. That is it. That is him. He is awesome, really cool. He hasn't made a sound, but I hear some grumbling, so I'm going to have to finish this video real quick. Go ahead and hit that like button for me if you haven't liked this video thus far. Hit that subscribe button down there if you haven't subscribed to the channel. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And go ahead and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future Star Wars unboxings and videos. I look forward to getting back to the collector's table to unbox something awesome, something cool, something old, or something new. Thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate you very much. As I mentioned, the grumblings, the whining, the moaning, the complaining is growing louder and louder. You might not be able to hear it over there, but I can hear it come from right now. He is making some noises, and man, he really wants to get out of my hand, and he really just wants to get out of the collector's room. He feels claustrophobic, so I'm going to have to open that door, and I'll have to let him out because, man, he gets loud. I'm going to let C3PO out of the collector's room. I'll see you back at the collector's table real soon.